Oons tiki all night long. We're going to get down and
Yeah.
dirty all on the Groove Cruise. Give me that chicken sandwich. The perfect storm. Somebody's getting stuck in there in a K-hole. It's not going to be good. But guess what? I'm going to enjoy watching them scream. The Playmakers Lounge. This is where people who think they're making money playing sports are going to win. So you'll find Bernard in here making fun of all the Cowboys fans. Andres, I'm talking to you. You guys suck. The Sky Pad. Oh, look. Indoor trampoline.
And they have a little VR headset while you're on the trampoline.
Oh, wow. Somebody's going to lose their goddamn mind there. Come see these things at the Royal Caribbean. Welcome to Festival Addicts. We're doing a wonderful show tonight all about the newest Groove Cruise announcement that's happened this weekend. Or today. I'm sorry, I've been drinking. The newest Groove Cruise announcement happened today. Our Groove Cruise hero, Jason Bukima, decided to tell us that they're going to have a new Groove Cruise 2022. Yeah, I'm there. Got it. So welcome to the Festival Addicts. I am B, and who's the ghost tonight?
I am the ghost of Christmas past. This is your mocha princess.
And we have who else in the
your resident alcoholic, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
Hey, Kelly. Hey, mocha princess.
And we've got producer Olu in the background.
What, Olu?
Hello. It is a very exciting night.
It's super excited. So earlier today, Jason had done his State of the Ocean address, which is something he's been doing periodically every couple months, being pretty transparent with all of the Groove Cruise attendees and just letting them know the state of their future cruises. So as we all know, Groove Cruise Miami 2021 has been canceled, and they are moving it to 2022, which they did announce today, which will be leaving out of Orlando. And it's what, the spaceport?
Wait, is it going to be out of Orlando or is it going to be out of Coco?
No, it's going to be out of Orlando.
It's out of Orlando. Yeah.
Really?
Producer, can we get that little thingy up?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so it will be leaving out of Port Canaveral, Florida, which is they say it's about 45 minutes away from Orlando, but it's pretty much in that same area. And it's going to be taking place on the Royal Caribbean Mariner of the Seas, which has just undergone a $120 million renovation. Yeah, so it's been renovated.
A crap ton of money.
Yeah, so all of that's been done, all the staterooms. They've added a whole bunch of onboard activities that we're going to talk about in a little bit. And the main destinations for this is Perfect Day Cocoa Bay, which our resident here, Kelly, has gone to, and she's going to tell us a little bit about it. And then it's also going to go to Nassau, the Bahamas.
It's the biggest ship that they've ever rented, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's 60% bigger than like the normal boats that they book.
Yeah. So
most of their boats they book are really small boats because they try to get a full sellout. So the idea that they now have a ship that has over 4,000 people on here, it's going to be nuts. I think the biggest one they had before was it Groove Cruise San Diego before that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys wonder why? Part of me is like, maybe because the cruise industry isn't doing so good, that's why we could afford such a big boat.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is. No, it has to be that because everybody's like, we have to figure a way to sell out the boats. We won't have people coming on the ship as quick as we want them. We can get these ravers to come on and have a good time, and they will probably sell out the boat. Especially, we know Jason's going to do his best to get the best audience, the best events out there for us, and we're probably going to get some really high-class acts. I mean, we actually had Cascade perform a Groove Cruise. Okay, this big ass boat, who's going to stay on the ship with us now? So
yeah, not only that, we've also had
Above and Beyond last year too.
Yeah. So let's talk about the date. So it's going to be January 20th through the 24th, 2022, and there's some important dates that we want you guys to know. The first one is January 6th is when the official announcement comes out. In the State of the Ocean address, they did talk about that they could potentially also be releasing releasing kind of like a phase 1 lineup. So that's really important for you to pay attention.
Isn't today a really important day too for certain people's?
Yeah. So for certain people, or in the event that you were not booked for Groove Cruise, or you're not a veteran, you're not in any of the groups, today you can get on the paid wait list of 2, and all you have to do is pay $200 and it'll guarantee your spot. It's kind of like a blind faith mafia, except that doesn't seem like there's anything else attached to it. And then that will guarantee you like a token when tickets or when cabins actually go on sale. There's also a free interest wait list. So if you don't want to, invest anything just yet, you can get on that. And then once everybody, like all of the past group cruisers, all of the paid wait lists, then you'll probably get your token then. Then January 11th through the 18th, all of the past guests, the pre-sale, the affiliates, anybody who's already booked for Group Cruise 2021 will all be able to book their cabin. So they'll get first dibs. And then January 19th, it goes on sale to the public.
The one thing I'm thinking about this Groove Cruise, I think we have the overlay of what the boat looks like and how many rooms are on it. There are so many suites.
Yeah.
So many huge suites of like 1,200 square feet of partying to go. And I'm like, I remember so I think everybody knows that we're Groove Cruise family. We love the fuck out of Groove Cruise. It's our favorite. What's my favorite event to do? And I remember one year on a Groove Cruise LA where the guys decided to rent out the whole suite, the Haven suite, and just everybody coming in and out, partying all that time, having a plate of bacon when you walk in the door if you want to eat bacon before you come in there. They made sure there was a plate of bacon at the door every 15 minutes. They had to bring bacon back up, and it was just like that type of thing to me. I can imagine how much shenanigans are going to go on in this ship. And after being cooped up for 2 years now, how many shenanigans are going to go on that ship? This is going to be so long.
Yeah.
So, 15 decks total.
Yeah.
So, of which, now that we have the map up real quick, let's play a little game and tell me what you would imagine would be happening on each part of this ship, or what you would do if you're on
the ship. Done. Tell you right now. So that right there is the main stage. That's gonna be the theater, which you're showing right now. Because there's the potties right next to it. Those people right next to that main theater, they're never going to sleep. The four orange people, they're never going to sleep. And I know this from experience. I had a room on a Miami, which was right below the main theater. Yeah, didn't happen. Didn't happen at all. That was the dumbest thing I've done in my life. First year with a Group Cruise. Second dumbest thing I've done in my life. Get right into the casino where you all hear is oons, 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 oons all night long. If you want to sleep, this is the wrong damn cruise for you, honestly. But if you do want to sleep.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, this is a time when spatial skills and deduction, because you have 2D floors and you're trying to spatially figure out where all the stages are. Find a friend if you're not good with those skills, because for the exact same reasons that he said, if you're too close to a stage and you sleep like I do, you won't have any. There is a couple rooms above one of the theaters on one of the boats, and the speaker that was hanging off the wall was directly against the room of suites, and the people in those suites complained so much because they paid a lot of money for suites, all with the speaker. Could you imagine? Zero sleep. But they were like, you posted. It's posted. You knew that you were right next to the theater, so. Sorry. Yeah, not sorry.
Conference Center is going to be the wet travel room where you go in and get your wet gifts. So you can go in there for your yearly presents. I mean, I still have my speakered backpack I haven't turned on yet. So
is the speakered backpack 8?
Yeah, that's 8.
Okay.
All right, and then we have more rooms or decks up besides.
Just don't stay there. If you have any semblance of wanting to sleep, you stay the F away from this area. This is not a smart area to be at. You don't. If you want to sleep, here's exactly how you do it. You find the floor that has the rooms in between each other. So you have there's a room below you and a room above you, and in the middle is where then you're good. You can sleep all day there.
Yeah,
you can sleep all day there.
Yeah, that's my method. That's how I.
It's usually deck 8, 9, and 8 and 9 is where you can sleep at, no problem, because you don't have anybody above you doing ratchet shit. Mm-hmm. Anybody below you doing ratchet, well, they're doing ratchet shit. But you don't have the speakers doing ratchet shit to your ceilings. Yeah. You can sleep. That's what you need.
So Kelly, what floor would you recommend?
Oh, I'd have to look at this whole boat layout because I like the same thing. Like I like making sure I'm not directly touching any theater or casino or potential stage. I also kind of like being somewhat close to like the stair elevator-ish area.
Yeah.
Like I know like the cool spots are always the very front and the very back, but then you always have to walk all the way to the middle to get to the elevator. I'm lazy.
Yeah.
So sometimes I like to try to be sort of central and down a few floors.
The best time I ever had on a ship was 2. And, last year with the group I was at, because we were right next to an elevator, right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Perfect location.
I tell you.
Me and my homeboy Buckles, we were at the back of the boat, had a deck out and everything like that to the back of the boat, and we were just like 2 floors away from the food. Our fat asses were happy. Like, legit, we get out to our room, we make a left, go up the stairs, we got buffet in front of us. We're like, oh, we got this right. We did good.
Oh, that's awesome. I'd love that.
That was good because you missed the buffet because you're below the buffet. Nobody's playing music in the buffet room. Nobody's playing music for the food. Just went down, got your food, you're good to go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. But this last year we picked up a suite on one of the party floors, which was probably not the smartest thing, but we can make changes because of Corona.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just get so excited when stuff like this comes out. Like I'm a nerd for like these type of things. Like I'm like when school starts, I love going through all the classes and like I have like notebooks of like trying to plan things out, like coordinating stuff. Like that's the fun part. So for me, like having a whole boat to go through and be like do all my research on it's like warms my heart, even though I'm probably not gonna go. But it's still just exciting.
Oh, Kelly, you're not gonna go. I was just gonna ask you if you were gonna go.
I have no idea yet. I don't know what's going on with the world.
Yeah, we're hoping that everything is going to be a go, so we won't have to worry. But
I kind of want to wait to make major purchases until like I have like concrete for sure
that it's going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, and that was one of the things that was addressed in Jason's State of the Ocean. They were talking about price protection. So a lot of, I want to say that a majority of the attendees for 2021 did not choose to get a refund or, cancel or anything. And so they kept their tickets. And so what they said was they were going to do a price protection. So whatever price for your cabin that you paid for on the Celebrity, you were going to be able to get that same cabin for the same price. If you kept, and from what I understand is if you kept your reservation. Now we did ask in the chat, like whether or not that those who had canceled would still be able to get the price protection. But they didn't quite answer that. So we're still waiting. We're still waiting on that. But that is super cool if they're going to be able to kind of honor that. And they did talk about that they were going to do equivalents because this is a bigger ship. They have a lot more categories of rooms. So they're going to try to match, like if you got this particular suite, then you'll get the equivalent on, the Royal Caribbean, because, they're all owned by the same people. So what are you guys' thoughts on that?
Thank you. I get to keep my suite.
So you canceled yours, Monique?
I did.
I thought I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I canceled mine. So unfortunately, I have to eat. They did say that if you cancel, to contact them and they'll see what they can do. But they're just going to roll over all of the reservation numbers and all that stuff to 2022. And they did say that you would have the opportunity to upgrade. And so I plan on upgrading. I'm going to go from an interior to a balcony, which will be my first balcony on Group Cruise.
Really?
Yay.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, I only had 2 group cruises I was interior. No, 3. I had 2 group cruises I was interior. One I had a port window. I think a balcony is well worth it. I remember one of the mornings I had with me and my homeboy. We just got a bottle of champagne. No, you came over. We brought a bottle of champagne.
Yeah.
Sat on the balcony, made mimosas, and listened to deep house music while we were just chilling. That to have those private moments were still so wonderful to keep having.
Yeah.
So I think balconies are well worth it.
I've always been a fan of just the cheapest interior room because I spend so little time in that room.
Yeah.
It's just for a power nap and to redo my makeup, and then out I go again.
Yeah, I usually would get like an obstructed view, and but then we started getting on smaller ships, and so the price went up. And because it's just me in the room, that can get costly just a little bit. So I'm excited. I'm gonna get a balcony. Yay!
I'm a little bougie, so
I know it's fine. It's fine.
Why are you just throwing all that shade over there, Kelly? Why you look at the hair flip too? Like, I'm gonna throw shade and flip my hair in your face. Don't worry about it. There's another one without a hand. What's up with that? Why are you hating, boo? Why you hating? Drink your bottle. Don't worry about this. Yeah, I'm a little bougie, FYI.
With pleasure.
Bougie, so.
No, it's totally. So let's talk about some of the things that are going to be on board. So if you watched our opening, Bernard narrated what some of the renovations that were done. So of course we're going to have like a laser tag. Laser tag's going to be there. What do you guys think about that? There's also a rock climbing wall. Of course,
a lot more on this.
No, turn the rock climbing wall off.
No, it'll be fun.
No, like I want to do rock climbing.
I don't want to.
I heard there's mini golf. There's an escape room.
That escape room sounds fun. That's a.
We had a skating rink on our last boat.
Yeah, there's an ice skating rink on ours too.
Yeah, it was. Well, I figured since they're owned by the same person, it was interesting because it wasn't a skating rink the whole time.
Oh, okay.
It was only one day. Like the other days, it was a dance floor, and it didn't look like a skating rink at all. And I was just like, all of a sudden somebody's like, on one of the days, they're like, "Are you gonna go to the skating rink?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? I've been over this whole boat. There's no skating rink." They're like, "They made one." I'm like, "What?" And I go down to like the very bottom of the boat where there was a dance floor before, and lo and behold, there's now a skating rink. And there's a DJ playing, and I had the best time watching people fall on their bums, thinking that they can ice skate. So,
I think that's going to be really, really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's also the Sky Pad, which is like the bungee trampoline with the VR headset. So, Kelly, did you get a chance to try that on your ship?
No, we didn't have that on our ship at all.
Oh, okay.
No, that is definitely one of the newer things of this boat, but it looks really cool. Even without the VR headset, it still looks pretty cool.
Right. And also there is called Flow Rider. And basically, if you are a surfer, there is a surf simulator on board. So I think that's really cool. No?
I have zero sense of balance, so...
Yeah, it's okay. I'm with you guys.
I
would be like the next viral video of just like a fat girl following down like the wave. It's just like over and over again. And people trying to get me out, and I take them down with me.
Oh my gosh, you guys would roll to the bottom. That would be so funny. I just want to see it.
You're going to see it a lot on this ship. Here's the best thing about all these things. Somebody will have a camera, and somebody's going to make memories of somebody doing embarrassing shit off all this stuff during our cruise ship. So it's going to be perfect.
Yeah, I think this is great. And also, this is important, or at least I think this is kind of important. There's 3 pools and 6 whirlpools that will be, including the Tranquil Solarium, which is what I'm excited for. So
anything water. I love it.
Anything water, yes. And there's also, of course, there's a full service sea spa, and I plan on at least getting one massage with the ocean in the background, because why not? I'll need it after this year.
The spa on Holy Ship was really nice, like that whole little area. I know me and Daniela had bought like a day pass on one of the days, and it was like well worth it.
Ooh, what services did you get? Yes, please, let's talk to everyone who might need foot massages after all the days of dancing.
Well, I didn't buy anything where people like massaged me or anything, but they had so many like cool little like they had a steam room and they had a something room and they had like just different areas, like different types of pools in the spot itself, and they were all like, I don't know, really interesting and relaxing and therapeutic. Like they had like ones that had like kind of like a waterfall, but like with different heights and pressures and like steam. So I could just stand underneath it, and like there's like real heavy ones, or there was like real mild ones, and then they had a side where you could actually lay back, like you're lying down, and like water's flowing kind of over you while you're like lying back. But it was curved so that way your body's just like comfortable. You didn't have to like float. You had support underneath you.
Oh, that's really nice. How much did you pay for that?
It wasn't even like $100 maybe, or 120 for like the day. But I mean, we were there the whole day. We brought drinks. They had like little, kind of like I'm assuming when they say the whirlpool jets, they had it was part of a bigger pool, but they had little alcoves, and it was enough for you to just stand, and like you had jets like kind of coming at you from like every side, and like you can kind of have your own little area away from people.
Oh, that's nice.
It was really nice.
Okay, so then let's talk about my favorite part of Groove Cruise.
Food?
Yeah. Food. So they have, what is it? It looks like 5 or 6 different complimentary dining options. Of course, there's the main dining room, which is open breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Then you have the Windjammer Marketplace, which is your casual culinary destination with global cuisine. Then you have Cafe Promenade, which has snacks, pastries, and sandwiches. And I'm definitely going to check that out. Plus Boardwalk Doghouse, where you can get your traditional hot dogs, brats, sausages, and other linked meats with toppings that will make your mouth water. This is exactly what this says. I'm not making it up. There's also Sereno's Pizza room service. Ooh, I'm going to be interested in the room service, as well as the Sweet Lounge and Diamond Club. So that's all the stuff that is going to be included with your reservation. So I know what you guys are thinking. Monique, what are the restaurants that, the specialty ones? So here we go. So then there's Chops Grill, which is your steakhouse. Then you have Jamie's Italian, which is in the name. Then you have Izumi, the hibachi and sushi. So it has all of your sushi, sashimi, and tableside cooking. Then you have the Bamboo Room, which is a laid-back Polynesian watering hole, which is what it says, where you can get really cool cocktails. So I plan on being in that tiki lounge a lot. Then you have the Playmaker Sports Bar and arcade, and this is where Bernard is going to be yelling and making fun of all the Cowboys fans. And then you also
time I can.
And then you also have Johnny Rockets, Starbucks, and the Ice Cream Parlor.
So, quick question. I'm thinking on this ship, there will not be an unlimited drink package,
Kelly,
which is a little sad.
Yeah. So, Kelly,
we didn't have an unlimited drink package. We had to buy tickets, like a coupon booklet. Like if you bought like the booklet, you got like one free, and it was like 12 drink vouchers, and then you got the 13th for free or something.
Okay. So Bernard, go ahead.
Oh, they had, but it was a different, it wasn't Groove Cruise. It was a different
but it's the same like ship company. It's still Royal Caribbean. So they
but the people that were on there, like when we were doing the voucher things, you could tell that was a new thing for them. They were trained on that. So that's something that whoever chartered the boat booker like broke that deal with them.
Okay.
That's why there was so much confusion between the staff and us, and I kind of lucked out.
Oh, so Bernard, someone did mention that during Jason's address, and they said because apparently Groove Cruise has been on a Royal Caribbean ship before, and there was an issue with the drink package. I guess there was you had to sign for every drink, and then they had all these crazy charges. And so Jason did say that they, while they were still in the negotiation phase of trying to get everything ironed out, that they were going to make sure that they could have an unlimited drink package. So they are going to work on that. Yeah, so that was definitely addressed because I want that drink package.
Jason for president, because There's nothing better in this world than going on the Groove Cruise and not having to worry about your bill after you're done.
Right.
That's I after going through a couple of 4-digit bills in my Groove Cruise life, I cannot.
Whoa. We lost you.
Bernard, we lost you.
No sound.
No sound.
So sorry. But anyways, yeah, drink packages, they can be a pain in the butt. But unlimited drink packages, I feel like they're rare across all the platforms and boats and things like that. So if you guys do get one, I tip my hat to you guys, because that would have saved me a lot of money.
Yeah. And I think that's really important because the earlier group cruises didn't have it. So this is kind of new, or at least new to the West Coast, because I think the last West Coast was the first one to have an unlimited drink package. Everything else was kind of what I like to call a la carte.
Yeah, that works. That definitely works.
Yeah.
So we talked about food. We talked about drinks.
We talked about food. So you want to talk destinations?
I was just going to say, I was like, I think I know where we're heading.
Yes. Okay. So while we're waiting for Bernard to reconnect his audio, Groove Cruise Orlando has 2 destinations that they're going to. The Perfect Day at Coco Cay and at Nassau, Bahamas. And I hear that's where we're going to be at Atlantis, but that wasn't quite mentioned. But Coco Cay. The Perfect Day at Coco Cay looks like a giant amusement park.
Girl, it is beautiful.
Tell us about it, Kelly.
I just remember the year going up to it, like waiting for it. I would see all these commercials on TV for that island. Like, I think previous ships, they said the one before, it wasn't even built yet. Like, it was like all constructioned out, and they had like one little corner of that island that was built. And then this last year when we came, the whole thing was completely built, and it was, it's just as fun. It's like a big old amusement park in the middle of nowhere that's just for you.
Yeah. So for anyone who's listening, Coco Cay is Royal Caribbean's private island that they make specifically for their ship guests. So you have to be on there. So yeah. So Kelly, go ahead and tell us a little bit more about it, since you got to experience it firsthand.
So I'll tell you the positive first and the negative after, because there was a lot of positive. Like, the construction of all the slides, they're amazing. Like, they have every kind of slide you can imagine. They have the big drop ones. They have group ones. They have racing ones. They have chill ones. There was like so many little like options that you can go to do. And we had like almost a whole day of being on that island to do slides and this and that. I think the only part that was a little bit of a bummer was when they did our stage placement, it wasn't so much in the amusement park area. So you had to go back kind of out of like where all the slides were and go out to the beach, which is still fun. Like, it's nice having a stage on the beach, but like, we bought cabanas with them, thinking that our cabana would be somewhat close to the stage, and it was in the middle of like the theme. So all of our stuff was in the middle, and then you had to go all the way out to the edge, the beach to stage, and then you had to go all the way back to your locker, back at your cabana. So that was kind of a bummer, because they had cabanas next to the stages where they set up for us, but I guess those weren't available, or maybe they were like available at a higher price point. But either way, it was still really cool, really pretty, fully staffed. Like, the staff was amazing. Everybody was very like welcoming, and it was very easy in that sense. Bad part is that it is in very shallow water, and this is a very big boat. So any type of like wind or any type of like rocking of like the ocean water could mean that you can't dock.
Oh, okay.
So it was very, very, very hit or miss about whether you can even dock and go to Perfect Day, just because of like weather stuff. So we had a 50-50 chance. We were supposed to actually go for 2 days. We only made it for 1 day. And actually our 1 day got kind of chopped by the end because the wind started picking up, and they were like, everybody back on the boat, get on. And then we couldn't dock again the next day because the sea was too choppy for the big boat. So
Okay.
it's just the way it is. Like the last time I went, we didn't dock at all either, because like it was same thing, like bad weather. Even though it seems like fine, you go outside, you're like, what bad weather? But is it really worth like ruining your whole boat and getting permanently stranded out in the middle of nowhere just to go to like a amusement park for a day? No.
No.
So I'd rather be safe.
Then sorry.
Yeah, exactly. So that's my take on it. But it is beautiful. I had like the best photos. Even getting off and on the boat from there, it feels like you just land in paradise, honestly.
Wow. That's awesome. So, our next I'm super excited about this. I just want to know, like, if you could give some advice for navigating, like, if you're not going to do a cabana or a locker, like, where do you recommend getting like a locker or a cabana? Like, is it something like where you would recommend to get the cabana by the stage, or the locker like in that's centralized? Like, what would you recommend for anyone who's trying to navigate this place, assuming that we can dock and get off?
Well, we didn't get a choice. Like once we got off, like it was kind of like they just placed you. You didn't get to choose in advance where your locker or cabana or place would be. But the price of splitting a cabana was definitely pretty much on par with just getting a locker.
Okay.
So like but they our boat didn't give us like enough information in advance. So some people just bought a locker outright. And then later when they posted prices of the cabanas, you're like, oh, that's actually either the same price or cheaper, depending on how many people split with you. So it was still worth it to get the cabana because you got your own little area. There was like locked boxes in your cabana where you can keep your stuff at.
Oh, nice.
Free water. They had like shade, like you were in a covered cabana with like couches all around it. So that was still worth it.
Oh, it sounds like we should be getting a cabana, Bernard.
It was definitely worth it.
Cabanas too.
Oh, we need two. Yes.
I'm sorry. We've been indoors for a year. I'm doing everything ridiculous on this boat.
Go all out.
It is beyond all out, bro. I will. I talked to my roommate already about maybe we should just go to a suite. F it. Let's go ball out like that. Because why the hell not? I need to. If I'm going on the ship again, I need to go as hard as possible. And having a suite or room in the back of the boat, and then getting some cabanas sounds like the way to go. So, because I've been saving money all year long, I want to waste it in a fun way. This is it.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm definitely in on that one. So just let me know when it's time to purchase.
Oh, we got you. You come with us. You're all the cool kids, I guess.
Oh, I guess. Thank you, Bernard.
Well, the guest part is like us being cool. That's all it is. So.
All right, so our next destination will be Nassau, Bahamas, and so they're saying that they've
exciting.
So there's a couple party and activities that they'll be doing. So we're gonna be able to visit the lost city of Atlantis. There's also the Pearl Island Private Paradise, which is where you can take a boat ride and enjoy water trampolines and kayaks. And then there's this thing called a Junkanoo Beach, where you can just kind of lounge on the blue water and enjoy tasty Bahama Mama's food spot, which so that's where I'm going to be at. So
one second, let me do this. So I want to say thank you for everybody in the room: Olu, Skylar, Ange, and Chris Buckles. How you doing, Buck? Buckles decided to say that me and him are very cool, and he knows he's lying, so it's okay.
We miss you, Chris.
Definitely.
Yeah, so Nassau, like I've never been to the Bahamas, so I'm super excited about that.
You're gonna have a fantastic time.
I haven't been either. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna have a fantastic time too. Oh,
yeah.
These are all the places like growing up, like you would hear about it, like the Bahamas and stuff, and I just never got the chance. So I mean, like being on a boat, like a cruise with electronic DJs and all this stuff. Like, how could you not have fun? Like, that's why I've always wanted to do group cruise. So
And this is Olu, since you like trans, trust me, there's gonna be a huge argument if there aren't enough trans artists, because they redid and had to add artists this year because there weren't enough trans artists.
Do you know what? It's funny you mentioned that, because that was gonna be my next question to you all. Like, I know it's pretty far out, but like, what are your predictions as to like who would be like potentially headlining and stuff like that?
So you're
Keith
gonna
Christopher,
I was
Adam
gonna
Scott.
say, Groove Cruise notoriously has like the same like roster of like
Lizzie
they have
Curious,
mid and low level DJs that just play habitually every year. But it's kind of fun.
You're gonna have.
It's gonna end it. This check's gonna end it. So.
Yeah. So you're gonna have, what is it, Anthony Atala, you're gonna have Scotty Boy, you're gonna have, what is it, Never Going Home, Brian Lubner.
Definitely gonna have a spot on there.
Yeah, so you're who are some of the other ones?
Scooter or whatever.
DJ Scooter for the hip hop
night. Hip hop night.
I always like DJ Scooter for hip hop night. We actually had hip hop night on our boat, the last one for Friendship, and I was really excited over it.
That's always so exciting.
Yeah, it was like after like so many days of like listening to the same thing, I was like, I kind of need a break.
Oh, and then it's one of my favorite sets.
Hip hop night last time on the Groove Cruise was honestly the pinnacle of my Groove Cruise.
Oh my
last
goodness.
time we just had the best time singing, dancing, and drinking our asses off on that ship. And during that set, me, Monique, Robert, Rachel, Aaron, we were on one. It was so great.
It was so much fun. I'm so excited.
I know. It's like, there's been a lot of announcements and a lot of things going on sale, but there's nothing like a cruise, like a potential. And actually with a potential in 2022 that maybe might happen. So
yeah.
That's what I was
Kelly,
gonna say.
I would love to see you back on Groove Cruise. I know you left us for Holy Ship for a while and Friendship.
What?
But
no, I just had to do the trifecta. I had to.
She told us to
get them
all.
all.
Monique, you saw that, right?
She did.
Like,
yeah.
She told us, I don't want you.
2 years.
I don't want to be around you guys anymore. That's what I heard. That's all I heard.
No, you guys are my OGs.
Yeah, that's.
I
I don't feel that way.
In a row with y'all.
I don't feel
wanted
that
me
way
to or
anymore
not.
at all. So
would love to have you back. Like it would be great.
You're welcome. We have no problem with you. No beef on our side.
If the world handles their shit better, then maybe.
Yeah, okay. We could dance to Keith Christopher.
If America can handle their stuff better, then maybe I'd be back.
Okay. Well, there it is. Everybody, America, get it together.
Please.
So Kelly can go on Groove Cruise.
Speaking of which, I think that's kind of why I'm really excited for this. Like, this is happening. Like, there's no question about where we planned it, but we had to cancel it. Like, I literally just read an email from a local promoter here in Arizona that they have to cancel their New Year's Eve drive-in because, like, things are spiraling out of control. So that kind of, like, adds to my excitement for this, like, 2022. Mm-hmm. Like, we have all of 2021 to get our shit together.
Right.
The majority of the population will most likely get vaccinated.
Right.
So, like, I feel like the prospects for this are, like, really, really, really good.
Yeah, I do too. And he did address that, they sat down with the board, the C board. He used a special term and I can't quite think of it right now, but it was also members of the CDC as well as, the owners of, the Royal Caribbean and Celebrity. And, they have been really working hard to try to figure out the best way to, get the cruise industry back on track. And so they there were a couple of ships that were scheduled to go out, and they're going to test to see how supposed transmission or lack of transmission happens. And I mean, the better these tests happen and, the better the results are, the sooner we could possibly get our cruises back. So, but it really it comes down to everybody getting their stuff together. And that's what it is.
What do you think about, I know for California specifically or whatever, they said something about outdoor or restaurants in general being like more likely to transmit COVID if you go to a restaurant as opposed to any other form of social interaction. So do you feel like that would have any bearing on a cruise ship per se?
Oh, I think it's one and the same, because it's kind of like your restaurant is all the time. But I really think that as long as all of the attendees, whether they prove, they have a legitimate like negative COVID test, or they can prove they got the vaccination and how long ago they got it. If they can just prove that they're negative, then I think the transmission of COVID could be in control. But you just have to hope people aren't paying for negative COVID tests, or people who are starting to feel sick don't get on the ship because they don't want to miss out. And as long as all of the staff, because that's typically how you catch COVID, is from other people. Essentially, people who are infected, they give it to you. That is the number one form of transmission. So as long as all of the staff are okay and everybody on board is okay, I think that there shouldn't be too many cases at all.
Can I throw a hypothetical at you?
Sure.
So before most of Greer Cruise, Friendship, Holy Ship, whatever, they usually have like a before you leave kind of party thing, like at a hotel or something like that. How much, like, let's say they said you had to have like a negative COVID test like beforehand, and you give your negative COVID test beforehand, and then you go to one of these little pre-boat party things where everybody is all right next to each other and hanging out and just happy, and they're hugging each other because they haven't seen you in a year. Like, how is that not going to be like a potential for like a transmission event either?
Because I think you mean like, is this going to be like a pre-party, like for Groove Cruise, like a Groove Cruise pre-party, or kind of like one of those independent ones that
no, there's always like one thing at one hotel where everybody meets up before the boat even leaves.
Right.
I don't think they should do that at all.
I think that if they follow the same guidelines as if you were getting on the boat, like you provide that negative COVID test, I think that it could reduce the transmission as long as like staff and everything are okay, and whoever's working it and the attendees are honest about this, and don't try to go if they're sick. I think it would be okay. But if one person has it, it's going to be a nightmare for everyone.
There's so many pools. Like you're talking about like the pools at Serenity or Tranquility or Solarium. Yeah. There's like the Whirlpool. Like there's a lot of water on this boat.
Yeah.
This thing's like water droplet transmission. Like I still feel like that's potential.
It's so funny we're talking about this because I was kind of just like browsing through my phone, and this article from Bloomberg just popped up saying, and I have it on the screen, Singapore cruise to nowhere cut short after COVID case found. So basically, I guess the captain of that cruise got, not the captain. The captain told the passengers that, like, hey, like one of our passengers isn't feeling fine, and they actually tested positive for COVID. And then I don't need to, you know what happened next, right? Everybody had to quarantine. So, it's kind of crazy, like, what's going on. But I feel like the end game for this, so to speak, is the vaccine. Not everyone's going to get the vaccine because, we have people who are, like, not comfortable getting it for whatever reason. But as long as the majority of people get it, like, I heard so many times this year from, like, doctors talking about how, like, COVID is, like, the new common cold, or it's the flu. Like, you get your flu shot and, you hope for the best that you won't get the flu. It's the same thing with COVID.
Right.
Like, you're just going to have to probably get that vaccine. And at this point, COVID is here with us to stay, but it's going to be a risk no matter what. But at the same time, like, we have to live our lives and, go back to doing what we have to do and get the economy back. So that's just my thinking on that.
I don't know. I still feel like it's super risky. Like, and that's to each his own, like hearing about like the first round of cruise ships that were like stuck off the coast of like Florida or wherever for like 3 months because nobody wanted to let them into port.
Yeah.
Like that's still like ringing like as a nightmare in the back of my head. Like,
and that could happen, but the good thing is there's still a year and some change to work those details out. So Everybody's got their work cut out for them on how to do these simulations to see, you know, how these cruise ships are going to fare. And I mean, it's all going to come down to, are they going to require a vaccination? And are they going to require? I think it would be nice.
You're gonna have to be like documenting. You know how, what do they call those little booklets that like have your whole records of your I think that's gonna be a thing. Like, you cannot get admitted into this ship or into this country if you haven't had XXX
your
vaccine.
Immunization. Yeah. And there's a lot of people who are against it, but I don't know. There's still a lot of time. We won't know for sure until we get closer. We're still trying to get through California's second shutdown. So, I mean, there's a lot that we've got to consider. And this is just the news right now. So there's a lot of things that, you know, are still unknown and we may not know for months.
I feel like Groove Cruise is kind of got a reputation for having a lot of maybe it's a little bit taboo to say on the show, but maybe a lot of droplet transmission going on that boat.
That, you know,
what are you talking about, Kelly?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wait. I'm a little curious. Can you explain this to me? Yeah, I need to know.
I don't even know how to
are people sharing sodas? Are they drinking from the same cup? Is that what's happening on the Groove Cruise? Because you know, I'm dense, so
might have to spell that one out for all of us.
So everybody, when you're on the Groove Cruise, wear your mask, okay? Just FYI.
Wear your mask and your condoms and your everything.
Wear your mask
for everything. Protect yourself as much as possible, okay? Just
I don't
FYI.
even know what a dental dam is, but maybe buy one of those too, just in case.
Saran wrap, basically.
PPE.
They're okay. They're not.
Your PPE.
That's right. Take your
all
PPE.
Take all the PPE and pass them out to while you're at it.
Extremities.
Know me.
Both internal.
Bring your own thermometer if they come in your room too. Just get them a thermometer if they come in.
Bring everything. All the things. All right. Ah, that's so funny. So
hedonism on the sea. Yay.
So somebody said it only 385 days away from what I heard. So
oh wow.
Yeah.
I need some push-ups by then.
I know, I'm gonna do a few myself.
Go do a couple push-ups and squats.
Groove Cruise body ready?
Yeah, right.
I'm winter ready.
I'm gonna stay ready. Yeah, listen, this body's always ready for Groove Cruise. Let's make it happen.
Just roll me onto the boat.
Hey, Fat, Black, and Awesome has to stay this way. So I have a name now. I can't change this body.
No, you can.
Right?
You have
what though?
Imagine
being Black and Awesome.
Doesn't even sound right.
Fit Black and Awesome.
I could be Fit, Black, and Awesome, but that's not happening. It sounds like work.
All right, guys. Is there anything? Yeah. Is there anything that we missed for this? I know Misa just mentioned the lineup, and they're gonna tease that January 6th. So we did talk about that earlier in the beginning. So,
you know, here's the thing. I'm really can't wait because they have the lineup by January 6th. I can imagine how if you got twice as many people going on one ship. Too tight. How much more money? Salud. How much more money can you think they can buy? They can put on for an event. We can have like a legit festival lineup coming our way. Bless you.
Are you sure there's enough money for that? I heard money's pretty tight with everybody. Like people who
well, they're gonna announce if they have it. They'll have phase 1 announced January 6th, and then if they sell out the dates. Then January 11th through the 18th, they're gonna have the money because everybody's gonna book.
So then is this just gonna be all American DJs then?
Well, they're in the works right now.
Yeah, but then you can make some adjustments. Say we get some European guys in here. Maybe Ferry Corson comes back. Maybe we have a whole defected stage. Please, thank God, defected.
Please,
Honey Dijon, make it happen. I need a defected stage with Honey Dijon and Sam Divine. And
don't tease a girl.
Give me all that dirty house music.
Honey Dijon today.
I'm so mad at you, mister. I am That was like we were like ready to have a great time at Forest. Lady Johnson come on, and like I missed my plane. Oh,
I was gonna say, like, I went to Forest with only one DJ that I really wanted to see. Like, out of all the DJs, I was like, well, I just got one. Didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
No.
But yeah, give me a defective stage on the Groove Cruise. Let's make this happen.
Yeah,
Full
well, we got
dirty house. And this Groove Cruise, is it going to happen on a weekend? It's happening on Sunday?
It's a weekend. Yeah.
Okay. You heard it here first. We're going to do Gospel Sunday for worship on the Groove Cruise. I'm going to take over that chapel, making this happen. I'm going to do gospel house music for Sunday. We're going to have worship.
Yeah,
we're going to have worship on that ship because they need it.
It's a Thursday to a Monday, so you'll be able to
that
do your
Sunday morning. We're going from. I'm going to have it figured out right now. We're going from 10 to 12 gospel house music. We're worshiping trans Jesus. You heard me? I'm telling you right now. Make this work. We're going to get this happening.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else that we want to talk about for Groove Cruise before we close out today?
Wow, we really did rant on Groove Cruise for an hour, huh?
I cannot wait. I really can't wait.
We didn't talk about themes, and the themes from 2021 are going to roll over to 2022. I ain't a huge fan of some of them. I'd like to get some new ones.
Like the COVID one they had?
I would prefer not to have the COVID one.
Oh, man.
That was the most insensitive shit they could do.
Imagine Redneck almost won.
Yeah, the Redneck one was the most insensitive shit they could do.
Yeah, it almost won.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not either. But
Don't worry, we'll do our own theme that day. It's okay. We'll go back to onesie theme. We'll knock it out.
Yeah.
Screw your themes.
Yeah. All right, everybody. So I think we are coming up on time. Let's tell the people where they can find you on social media. We'll start with you, Kelly.
Facebook, and I'm perverted_Patty on Instagram.
Boss Man?
I am Bernard on Facebook. I am Not Your Mocha Princess on Twitter. And I am Fat, Black, and Awesome on Instagram.
Are you really Not Your Mocha Princess on Twitter?
Really?
I will be after we're done with this conversation.
Oh, God. Because I am your Mocha Princess on Twitter.
I will be Not Your Mocha Princess on Twitter right now.
I need you guys to have like a back and forth on there.
Of course.
So people can be confused.
Okay.
I'm happy to do this.
Yeah. Mr. Producer.
You can find me at OluBPM on Instagram.
Oh, and I am your Mocha Princess. That's where you can find me on Instagram. And I am your Mocha Princess on Twitter. So look to that. And then also, if you have not, definitely check out our Facebook page if you're not watching us there. We are also on Instagram. We are on Twitter. We are on Twitch. We are on YouTube. Show our YouTube some love. Our website is under construction, but we have a Pinterest. So show us all the love. And don't
Thank
forget
you, Kevin, for watching. I miss you, Kevin.
Oh, Kevin.
And don't forget to use our hashtag Festival Addicts 247. And also, if you have not started participating in the 12 days of Ravemas, that is going on there. We are in week 2 right now. So there's 3 themes, lots of prizes. Just make sure you follow all of the rules and get your submissions in. And I think that
you gotta like and follow all those people, which is fine. You already like and follow a bunch of other people anyway. So just like all 12 of them. There's some really cool people and really cool photos that I have submitted already for the ones that are going.
Right.
So
so definitely do all of that and make sure you guys wear your mask, wash your hands, so that way we can actually have Groove Cruise. Please, 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 please.
Pretty, please.
Yeah. All right. So if that's it, everybody, thank you guys all for joining us today. Be safe, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Woo!
It was this.